Because here's the thing, if you suck at closing, you're going to have to work 10 times harder. If you just get better at closing, 10% of the effort, you'll make more money. So I want to help you with something. Closing is good. Who do you know that would love to get better at closing the deal, at closing the sale, how to be a closer without being aggressive, how to close more sales without being pushy? Make sure you tag them, share it with them, and just help them out. Help them out. Because here's the thing: if you suck at closing, you're going to have to work 10 times harder. If you just get better at closing, 10% of the effort, you'll make more money. So I want to help you with something. Closing is good. It's a good thing. To be a closer, it's good. Closing is good. Affirm that. Because if you are, I don't want to be a closer, you're saying that you think you have to be pushy or aggressive to be a closer. I'm saying to you that being pushy and aggressive doesn't work. Never going to teach you to be pushy or aggressive. But some of you give up way too easily. And with just a few questions, you would actually close a lot more sales. You would close a lot more sales. Now, one of the things that you need to understand is there is a sequence, right? How many have heard the term ABC, always be closing? How many have heard that term? Always be closing. Has anyone ever heard that term? Is that just someone who studied sales? I've studied a lot of sales. I've done a lot of different types of sales. I've sold door-to-door advertising. I've done telemarketing. Once upon a time, I was making 450 calls a day, selling long distance. Some of you don't even know what that is. Once upon a time, I was 22 days a month, Vegas, Chicago, Phoenix, Miami, LA, selling a $7,000 real estate education system to a cold audience in a 90-minute pitch. I've sold $100,000 coaching. I've sold all kinds of different things. Okay. And when you study sales, you'll hear people say, always be closing, ABC. And that's actually not the best advice, right? That's not the best advice. I would say it's not quite as catchy, but I would say instead of always be closing, because you shouldn't be trying to close someone you're having an initial conversation with, going for the jugular. A lot of times you feel bad about your closing because you're trying to close someone who's not in the right position. So the better phrase, although it's not as catchy, I admit it's not as cool, would be always understand position. Always understand position. Not your position, but their position. What's the position of the prospect? How many have heard me talk about the 4 Ps? The 4 Ps. Anyone ever heard that? I'm sure many of you have. I'm sure most of you have, right? So the 4 Ps are pipeline, posture, position, perspective. Those are the 4 Ps to be a top earner in any sales organization. Any pipeline, posture, position, perspective. Today, I'll hone in on position, okay? And so always understand their position. Always know what position are they in. If you don't have any information about someone, you shouldn't always be closing. You shouldn't be trying to close them. You should be seeing if they're open to learning more. You think your friends and family members are toxic, but you're actually the one that's toxic. Sometimes people will say, my friends and family are toxic. They don't support me. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, I went to them with my thing and they didn't buy it. None of them. I'm like, well, did they want it? Well, I don't know. They just support me. Oh, okay. It's a friend tax. Got it. So if I'm friends with you, I should just expect, I gotta buy their cookies and I gotta buy their omega-3 oils and I gotta buy their essential oils. I gotta buy their travel thing. And it's a friend tax. No, silly. Don't tarnish your relationships by feeling entitled to their hard-earned money. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. It's part of the reason why network marketing gets a bad rap is because of this kind of thing, right? I want you to think about what if you bought, or what if you're, someone in your family passes away and you inherit a lumber yard. Are you going to call your friends and family members and say, hey, I just got this lumber yard. Get down here and get a 2x4 or a piece of plywood? That'd be crazy. That'd be nuts. Hey, you need plywood? Come on, you should come down and buy some wood. They'd be like, I don't need any. You're toxic. So you have to treat what it is that you offer, your product, your service, your opportunity, as a business. You got to be a business owner. And a business owner doesn't operate from entitlement or guilt or shame. They operate from value. Let me offer value to someone who's looking for that value. If you're trying to break that law, if you're trying to get someone to purchase something that doesn't want the thing, then you have a twisted view on business and not going to do that great. You got to fix that first. It's part of perspective. You got to fix that. It's not always be closing. It is always understand their position and the appropriate language to move them through position. If someone has no idea what it is that you offer, then you should, see if they're open. Are you open to learning more? Are you open to learning more about what I'm doing? What's the correlation between the position and family relations in marketing and closing? So you should talk to your family and friends the minute you don't care if they sign up or not. If you have a toxic connection to they better support me, they better purchase, then do not reach out to them. As soon as you don't care if they sign up or not, as soon as you don't care if they purchase or not or support you or not, go ahead and reach out to them. Say, hey, I'm doing this thing. Would you be open to taking a look at what it is that I'm doing? Would you be open to learning more? Perfect. It's great. It's awesome. But if you have even a small toxic percentage of you that says, well, I help them move in college. Hey, Buster, I got this new essential oil. It's crazy. It's crazy that I have to teach this, but I see it happen all the time. Where someone thinks that everyone else around them is toxic and they're the one that are entitled brats thinking that people should buy their thing. It's not good. It's not good. Now, understanding position, the power of this. So far, I've only talked about people that don't know what you're doing, right? But there are different positions, right? Let me give you an example sequence. So sequence, position 0, they don't know anything. I'm gonna ask very simple. Hey, would you be open and taking a look at what it is that I'm doing? Would you be open to taking a look at how I'm making extra money on social media? Would you be open to taking a look at how I'm losing weight? Would you be open to taking a look at how I save on travel or how I smell good or have creamy skin or glittery hair or whatever benefit you're wanting to lead with and whatever you're comfortable with, product, service, or opportunity, okay? Would you be open and taking a look? Would you be open to learning more? Position 0, okay? Let's say they say, okay, I'll bite, what? Okay, they're now at position 1. They're now higher up in the position. Yay, we're getting closer to the sale. Now, some of you are going to vary on how many positions there are to the sale. How complex is the sale? So it's going to vary, right? And so then typically, but not always, you might invite them to watch a video that does a better job than you could do of explaining it. So it would be, hey, would you be open to take a look at it? Okay, yes. Okay, great. Well, I got a video does a better job than I could do of explaining it. Do you mind if I send that over to you? How soon would you be able to watch it? Okay, sure, I'll watch it. Great. Next. Hey, did you get a chance to watch that video? I did. Oh, great. What did you like about it? I will tell you, if there was a scale of position after they watch a video, if they watch a video, boom, like that's a big jump. That means they invested in the position. Like that's a big jump, big jump. And so you should have a much higher close percentage on people who watch the video. You should have a very high close percentage. Most people don't. Most people don't because they either don't know what to say, they don't follow up. The person comes back and they don't understand position. I recruited hundreds and hundreds of people who hated the video. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? How does it even work? How does it even work? If they invested their time to watch the video, that's a high position. That means to me, they're looking for something. And whatever they say after watching a video, I'm going to ask some questions to dig into why did they watch the video? What were they looking for? So let's say I follow up with someone. They watch the video. So they're high on the position ladder. And I say, okay, hey, did you get a chance to watch it? Yeah, I watched the video. Okay, what'd you think? Oh, it was terrible. I hated it. Oh, it was the worst. I can't believe I cursed thee for ever having me watch this video. I'm gonna say, wow, okay. Now I don't care if every person I've ever talked to hated the video. I am gonna act a little surprised. Oh my goodness, did I send you the right video? Oh man, I hope I did. And then I'm gonna ask the question eventually, after I belabor it a little bit, I'm gonna say, well, man, I guess the question is, what were you hoping to see? What were you hoping to see? And I've never had a crazy answer to that. I've never had someone say, well, I was hoping to grow my arm back. I was hoping that I could pour it out back and Bitcoin would spew like a fountain. I've never heard something crazy. I've always 100% of the time heard something we can actually help with. They just didn't understand it through the video. They just needed a little bit of translation. They just needed a little bit of help of seeing themselves in the opportunity. Is this making sense? It's making sense. So a lot of your work is done before it's time to close the deal. Okay. Before it was time to close the deal. You got to do the initial work to work them up the position ladder to where it's time to close the deal. Now, here's the funny thing. I never asked people, hey, are you ready to join? You ready to buy now? I never did that. I never ever did that. So hit the like button if this is helpful to you so far, and I'll get into what I was about to get into, which I now forget. What was I getting into? Oh, I never asked them. I never asked. I never said, are you ready to join? Would you like to purchase? I never asked those questions. Here's what I did. I said, what'd you like best about what you saw? Well, why did you like that? Well, why is that important? Well, what made that stand out to you? And I would do it until I kind of felt like we built up a bank of positivity. And then I would say a statement, not a question. I would say a statement of, it sounds to me like you're ready to join. Sounds to me like you're ready to join. And that's when I would go radio silent. I am not the next person to speak. And if I'm on the phone, I'll put them on mute. I'll eat a sandwich, go for a walk, pet the dog. I'll do anything but speak next. I am not speaking next. Now, that doesn't mean that every person I ever said that to joined. A lot of them did. Sometimes they'd come back to me and they'd say, well, I don't know about joining, and I just say this very simple phrase. I would just say, oh, okay. Well, it's just usually when someone says exactly what you just said, they typically join. And a lot of times just that one line right there, they'd say, oh, you're right, let's do it, right? And sometimes they had some questions. So, I had to deal with it. So 2 things. One thing that will absolutely help you close more sales is having a better brand. And I do talk about that in chapter 7 of Faith Driven Wealth. We just released this, just came out on Amazon. That's at hidgengroup.com/FDW. Now, if you're only looking for how to better talk to people, you may want to consider getting my social media script book. And the social media script book right now you can get by just paying for shipping. So if you pay for shipping, we'll ship you one of these bad boys. And this is just loaded with good stuff. Here's follow-up questions for potential customers, top 10 closing questions for social media prospecting, handling specific objections, template for any cold reach out. If your friends and family members are skeptical of you, who should reach out to? This thing, it is loaded. It's loaded with goodness. And so there you go. You can get it at higdengroup.com/free because it's free. Just pay the shipping. higdengroup.com/FREE if you want that one. By the way, the book, if you are someone that loves God, but you struggle financially, or you love God, but you're struggling with your purpose, this will set you free. It'll really, really help you out. We're already getting amazing testimonials and reviews. And by the way, if you got it and you dug into it, please leave a review. Does not have to be huge. Some of you have left me some very meaningful reviews, and I'm very grateful for that. But it doesn't have to be. If you don't like writing long reviews, just say, I really like it. It's awesome. I loved it. Just really, really appreciate it. It's important for us to get early reviews, and I just really appreciate you. And so I appreciate you. I do hope this is helpful. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.